Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Top 3 Tuesdays. Stick around for a second, we'll see what we got right after this. Alright, this week's topic is top 3 games based on a cartoon series. Now, this is quite a hefty topic once again, so we've decided to break this one up into modern consoles and retro consoles. So, first up, we're going to go modern, and we're going 6th generation and up, so basically PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast era, up to what's currently out. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, for my first pick, I decided to go with The Simpsons Hit Run. Now, if you're not familiar with The Simpsons Hit Run, I feel really bad for you. You're really missing out. This game was released in 2004 for the GameCube, PS2, and original Xbox, and it's essentially a Grand Theft Auto for younger audiences. It's not as vulgar. It kind of sticks with the theme of The Simpsons, nothing too adult. A little bit of crude humor, but nothing too severe. A lot of different kind of missions. There's like I said, Grand Theft Auto Light, basically. There's a fully explorable Springfield. You do errand missions, you do races, you do just random exploring stuff, and there's even sometimes where you have to take out a target, like near the beginning of the game, there's this thing where you have to race Principal Skinner to the school. And then afterwards, you have to take out Smithers on the way to work with the Mr. Plow truck, which is a lot of fun. The game starts off kind of giving you little missions to kind of test out all the different things you can do, and then it lets you just kind of do what you want. It is an awesome game. You can play it up to 4 players on the Xbox and the GameCube. Unfortunately, the PS2 version is only 2-player, but it's a riot. I can't recommend this game enough. It's one of my favorite Simpsons games. It's right up there with the Xbox 360 and PS3 game that was more based on the movie, so I couldn't really go with it, but this game is awesome. Check it out for sure. For my second choice, I decided to go with Transformers Devastation. This is a game out on current and last gen consoles, and if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I'm a massive Transformers fan. And Generation 1 is what got me into it, and I've been a fan of Transformers since I can remember. So naturally, when a game comes out and it's Generation 1 inspired, I'm going to be all over that. And this game doesn't disappoint. It's a kind of an arcadey style game, very linear levels, but some small puzzles and stuff like that in it. It's only a 1-player, but this game copies the original cartoon perfectly. Peter Cullen and Frank Welker reprised their roles as Optimus Prime and Megatron, and I believe some of the other original cast come back to do the voices for the other characters as well. So it's just a love letter to the original series, and I can't get enough of it, honestly. I think I've played through it about 4 or 5 times. It's not my favorite Transformers game, but it's definitely one worth checking out. And if you have the current or last gen systems, I definitely recommend picking a copy up. Okay, for my first place pick, I definitely had to go with South Park. There is no more perfect representation of a cartoon show in a video game form, down to looking exactly like the show. You wouldn't even know it's a video game if you weren't playing it. All the humor is here, all the characters, all the references to old episodes that you could ever want. Now, they're both awesome games, and they kind of tie together in a series, so I really can't break the two up. The first one is based around more like Middle-earth, Dungeons and Dragons, kind of Lord of the Rings type characters, where they're they're all after the Stick of Truth, and it's a really cool, Game of Thrones-y type story. With, of course, the South Park twist. You go around the town, it's fully explorable. You see all the characters you know and love, and it's more of like a turn-based, like think Final Fantasy type battle system, and it's a lot of fun. But the second one, the Fractured But Whole, it takes place right after the end of the first game. At the beginning, you're still playing as like the Lord of the Rings type characters, and then Carmen just switches it up. Like, now we're playing superheroes now, and so they're all battling superhero franchises. Half the kids are on one team, half the kids are on the other. So it's basically like a Marvel versus DC, and it's somehow better than the first one. The first one blew me away. I've never enjoyed a cartoon-based game as much as this one. And then this one came out, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think it was possible. This one is more of like a tactical RPG type battle system, where there's like a grid, and it shows like an area of effect. Sometimes there's a straight line one. Sometimes you can actually pinpoint someone to fight, or it'll be like an area of effect. So it's pretty awesome in that way. I think they improved the battle system on this one. I like it a lot more. And you can do knockback. You can knock back one guy into the other if they're in a straight line. It's awesome. And there's add-ons for this one too, so definitely check those out. They're a lot of fun as well. Alright guys, that's my picks for the top 3 modern games based on cartoons. Don't forget to check out Chris the Old Ass Retro Gamer's video on the same topic, as I'm sure he's got some awesome ones too, and we kind of tag team these topics. As always, I'll catch you next time.